Welcome to this informational session on the Natural Resources Conservation Academy's Difference Maker Mentor Opportunity. My name is Dr. Laura Cisneros and I direct this program. So we are looking for students that are interested in community engagement, culturally relevant environmental education techniques, and looking to get hands-on experience with tackling environmental issues that are relevant to local communities. If this is of interest to you, we invite you to consider to become a Difference Maker Mentor. So who can apply? Any undergraduate student at the University of Connecticut. We encourage those from diverse majors to consider this opportunity. We are also looking for students that will be matriculating students at the University of Connecticut the following academic year, which will be 2024 to 2025. These are the faces of our current Difference Maker mentors, and the whole goal of this program is to elevate our Difference Maker mentor voices within our programs. Our Difference Maker mentors specifically serve as leaders in our Conservation Ambassador Program, or CAP, and CAP is a program for high school students that I'll tell you a little bit about in the following slides. We're also looking for these Difference Maker mentors to serve as near-peer role models or mentors to our high school students. And then finally, our goal is for our high school students that are participating in CAP to eventually continue on as leaders in our programs as Difference Maker mentors. There's multiple components to the Difference Maker mentor opportunity that I'll describe in further on the following slides. But first, let's learn a little bit more about CAP, or the Conservation Ambassador Program. So CAP is for 24 high school students that come from throughout the state of Connecticut. The first part is they come to UConn in July for a 1-week action-packed, so much fun field experience where they learn about a variety of environmental topics. Then they return home and they carry out their own environmental action project that is designed to have real community impact. They don't do this alone. They're paired with a community partner as well as a Difference Maker mentor. Finally, after multiple months of working on that project, we support them as they prepare a professional conference poster that they share at a public event. So that's CAP. That's the program that the Difference Maker mentors help out with. So let's learn a little bit more about a Difference Maker mentor pathway. So first, anyone who's interested in becoming a Difference Maker mentor needs to enroll in a spring course, which is coming up. So if you're interested, the spring course is called Community Engagement for Environmental Action, NRE 1250, Section 1. It's a 1-credit class, and it will happen on Wednesday evenings from 4:40 to 5:30. We cover a wide variety of topics that are meant to provide you with a foundation to become a successful Difference Maker mentor. Overall, we cover topics on culturally relevant environmental education practices, as well as authentic community engagement principles that include things like critical community science. So you'll learn all about these type of topics. The course is primarily lecture/discussion based. But there's also a team project that allows all the students in the course to put these skills and topics into action. If you enjoyed the course, at the end of the course, I then open up a short application for only those that are in that spring course to apply to become a Difference Maker mentor. So from those that apply from the class, 4 to 5 students are selected to continue on in 10-month paid positions, so from June to April the following year, to be a Difference Maker mentor. The first part of the Difference Maker mentor pathway is to help with that summer field experience, so we call this our summer leadership opportunity. Difference Maker mentors, or DMMs, help co-facilitate that summer field experience. You have support from myself, from a grad student, and you're helping with manage the logistics of the field experience, as well as lead a subgroup of high school students and potentially lead 1 to 2 activities. We work with UConn professors that help teach the topical content of each of the field days. And as I mentioned before, we have 24 high school students coming from throughout the state. Here's a sneak peek what the field experience looks like. It's so much fun. Every day covers a new topic. So we start with team building. We move into learning about water, water quality, water quantity, how to study it and test it. The following days focus on forestry paired with traditional ecological knowledge. In the middle part of the week, we learn about wildlife and fisheries techniques, and the students learn how to both handle and release fish and wildlife safely for both them as well as the wildlife and fish. We have a bunch of evening activities. On one of those wildlife fishery days, we pair it with a thing called biodiversity in the night, and we learn how to blacklight for insects and use bat acoustic monitoring to study bats. We also do a variety of fun things like campfires, barbecues, lake swimming. And the students here on the right side of the image are learning how to use a compass to orienteer to find caches. Towards the end of the field experience, they learn about geospatial technology, such as using drones or remote sensing and ArcGIS Online. If any of these topics feel unfamiliar to you, that's no problem. Our difference maker mentors are learning right alongside with our students, and I know every year I learn something new myself. So after that summer field experience, each difference maker mentor is paired with 4 to 5 conservation ambassador high school students, and you help support them as they design, develop, and implement an environmental action project. We have templates on how our students can go about designing this project. And we make sure to tailor each of the students' projects to their interests, to the local community need, and the student's schedule so that it's highly flexible and tailored to what the student can take on. As I mentioned before, we pull in a community partner that can bring in community or topical expertise. So don't be afraid if you have never done this yourself. Again, like I mentioned, you're there to support the student, and you'll have a lot of support along the way. These projects take place anywhere from July until April of the following year. Here's just some examples of the projects that our students carry out. Last year, we had many students working with organizations to revitalize community gardens or help community members test for lead or other contaminants in their soil so that they are able to carry out community gardens themselves. We've had students study wildlife or fish populations to help inform land use decisions. We've had students focus on restoration events, such as removal of introduced plant species. And we encourage students to bring in diverse interests. For example, a student last year was really interested in entrepreneurship, and she, for her project, designed and created a sustainable beauty care line that she was then selling and holding educational events on. You can learn more about all the cool projects that our students have done throughout the state at nrca.uconn.edu/projects. So after many, many months of working on those projects, we celebrate our students at a public event. So last year we partnered with the Connecticut Science Museum in Hartford to put on the first Youth in STEM, a Leadership and Changemaker Summit. And these are some of the faces of our students last year, proudly showing off their work at this public event. Okay, so the Difference Maker Mentor position spans over 10 months. And you can see roughly how much the hour commitment is and how much a Difference Maker mentor will receive during that time. This opportunity is meant to be very flexible with your schedule. So if you have other summer commitments or other work or extracurricular commitments during the academic year, many of the hours are very flexible and can be tailored to your schedule. The only requirements is in the summertime during that summer field experience from July 14th to the 20th. Those are the only hours that we need everyone there and present staying overnight at the University of Connecticut. But before that, when we're getting ready for the field experience and afterwards during the community environmental action projects, those hours are very flexible and tailored to you. So if you have any additional questions, I'm happy to set up an individual meeting with you or answer more questions over email. You can reach me at laura.cisneros@uconn.edu. Feel free to take a look at our website, nrca.uconn.edu, or follow us on social media at UConn NRCA and see what all the fun projects that our students are doing now. Thank you.